So I'm here with, now is your name pronounced Amatida?
Oh yeah, that's Amatida.
Okay, I wanted to make
You're
sure
the
I have,
first person who pronounced it in the right way. That's surprising. Like,
well, I might have went and did a little bit of research beforehand.
oh, you did. That's why you said okay.
Um,
Okay.
and I also, it means goddess of water, doesn't it?
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. So you really have research for that? Oh my God. You're so smart. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I didn't want to sound like a stupid American.
Oh. Oh. That's great.
So I was talking with Amatida, who is in Iran. I should note.
It's Iran. It's Iran. You didn't pronounce it
Oh,
right.
see, now I have failed. I have failed and
Yeah.
mispronounced something.
It's Iran. That's fine. I got you.
Okay, and you've got a new single. It's been out for a little bit.
What?
The single.
Yes, my new single "Tricky Boy" is out now, which I'm really excited for.
So how did you guys team up with doing this whole thing?
With Jackson, the
Yeah.
producer. So, I remember he messaged me like a random day on Instagram, and he was like, "Hey, I'm a producer. Do you want to like do collaboration or stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" And he sent me like I think 4 or 5 demos, and I really liked one of them, which was the demo of Tricky Boy. And I was like, so let's just work on this one. I really like this one. And he was like, okay, cool, that's perfect. And I just started writing melody and lyrics and this kind of stuff, and it ended up like such a good place. I really like this track.
Okay, so instead of him just saying, "Hey, here's one song," you got four songs to choose from.
Yep, yep. That's what I like about him. Like he always give me more options. You know.
No, no, and that's good. So
Yeah.
obviously he wrote the music. Then did you have control over lyric writing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
And then was there, since you had demos for the tracks, was there any rearrangement as far as like, hey, maybe this needs to go a little bit longer here because here's the lyrics I want to put.
Yes,
This needs to be a little
yes,
shorter.
exactly. There were some parts like he was like, "Can you sing this part like this?" Or like, there were some sectors I told him like, "I want the vocal sound like this." It's really like a collaboration, not just producing and singing stuff. We really work together like good.
Okay, so then are you guys going to do some more stuff in the future?
Yeah, we're working on new tracks, which
Okay,
I'm so excited for the new tracks that are coming.
well, I heard some of your other
Yeah.
music, which is because this is more of a dance, I guess Euro dance is what a lot of people label it as. And I heard some of your other stuff, which is different than that.
You heard what?
Didn't you? Don't you have some other music out there too, or is there someone else with the same name?
Yes, I have some music. I've really, I've worked in different genres. Like since I was 13, I've been writing my own songs. So I worked in like pop rock, electronic pop, alternative, which I was the producer of that track. It's called Traffic Light. But I just realized that it's better for me now for like, to work on this genre, which, I think I'm better in writing this kind of tracks,
Okay, now,
like dance, house.
right now, has that gotten any play that you guys are aware of outside of just being released? Is there any? Even though the club scene right now is a little difficult because of COVID, but
Yeah, I know. COVID was really, you know, was really surprising, I can say. Like, I really didn't think, like, the world would go like this, you know? And it just, but I can say, like, it was good for me as a songwriter because I wrote too many songs in COVID. Like, you know, when I was at home, like, I had nothing to do. And as a songwriter, it's a really good chance. It's a really great opportunity, to write stuff. And yeah.
see, you've got that outlet. I used to write music, and then I guess I
Oh,
switched.
really?
Yeah, I play guitar, keyboards, bass.
That's cool.
But then I kind of switched gears, and now I do concert photography. And as you can imagine, that's been really, really difficult the last 2 years.
Yeah. It's been difficult for everyone, like, for real. I
So,
even like I lost my uncle because of COVID. So
oh, did
imagine.
you?
Yeah,
So, how
it's
are
just
things as far as COVID in where you're at?
in Iran.
Hmm.
It became really good. Like most of the people in Iran are vaccinated. Like
Okay.
I'm even vaccinated. Like we're really going to like such a good place. Like everything's getting back to its place. Like everything's getting normal again. I'm really happy about that. Like people are like getting connected with each other. Like past, it's not like past, but we're getting close. You know.
I wish I could say the same. We keep having lockdowns and panic and
Oh yeah.
fear, and it's
It
it's
it
gotten.
it it will get better. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Don't
I'd
worry.
like to
Everything's
think
getting
so,
better.
but it's like every time I turn around, oh, good, another lockdown. Oh,
It's hard, I know, but just keep going. Don't give up.
so obviously there's some history between our two countries, which
Yeah.
political.
I don't
Um,
want to talk about that really. I hate politics, honestly.
well, I was going to ask how challenging is it where you're at to get your music outside the country, even though obviously the internet has opened up a lot of doors for a
Yeah,
lot of people.
that's true. It's not really hard for me. Like, it's not hard for like publishing and releasing tracks. It's not like you put it on Instagram. I don't know. Even if you don't have that power to like publish your songs in like all platforms, you have SoundCloud. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's not that hard. Yeah.
Yeah, which I think actually is where I think I found some of your music on SoundCloud that was more
You
of the
did.
yes,
Oh
which
my
I think
gosh,
was
thank
a little
you.
which was a little bit more of the poppy. I mean, and not
Yeah.
I don't want to say
I told you I
it's
worked in different genres.
I don't want to say it's true. It's got more of a I don't want to say dark. It's not the type of pop that normally most people would associate with pop. It's got more I would say it's got more of an alternative pop feel in my opinion.
Yeah. I always try to have my own style in music. Like every time I remember I there were two times I worked with different producers that at the beginning I told them like, bro, I have my own style of music. So if we just begin to work with each other and you will not like the thing I write or I sing, it's your own thing. Like this is my thing. Like I always write in different stuff in my own way. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I work with the producers that accept this fact about me because I want to have my own style because it's really important because in the music industry if you don't have your own style, if you don't have your own like genre, I can say, you won't get anywhere. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. So, and you said you're working on some new stuff now. Is there going to be more singles, or are you pushing to get like a full album at some point?
I would love to have like an album. It's absolutely one of my future's plan. Like, but I prefer to just go with singles now. You know,
Okay,
but
and you
I'll
know what?
absolutely have an album in the
A lot
future.
of a lot of bands right now seem to be doing a lot of just yeah. There's been some full lengths, but some of the bands that I listen to, in fact, one of them just before we got on this call, I got an email from their publicist. They have another new song out. I think this is
Oh,
like the fifth one in like 3 or 4 months. I'm like, could you maybe just save them for an album? Or I mean, I'm cool with the singles, but
oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I really like. I don't know, like making an album. It just looks so weird, but I think like when you do it, yeah, when you're doing it, you don't understand you're doing it. It's just a thing about musicians.
now, when you're recording your stuff and when you did the vocals for the other track, are you going into a studio or are you doing everything at home?
No, I do everything at home.
Which a
I
lot
must
of
tell
people
you
do
a
now.
story about that. Yeah, because there was a time that I did go like to like different studios, and I I had some problems with the producers. Like they didn't listen to me. Like they I don't know. Maybe it's just like I'm 18 now, but at that time I was like 15 or 16, and so I think it's just a thing that they don't listen to a teenager. But I was like, don't record like this, don't do, and they didn't listen to me, and I was like, I should have my own home studio, and I did that. Thankful,
Well,
so thankful that I can.
well, obviously you had your own vision for what you wanted to do when you went to the studio, which is kind of the way. I mean, yeah, producers are important, but there's times where the artist, when they walk in, here's how I want to do it.
Yep, exactly.
So, what influences did you have? What got you into music in the first place?
Like when I write a track, or like something that has always been there as an influence for me.
How about both?
When I write tracks, like I have no like reference when I start writing. Like it just comes in my mind. Like I listen to the demo, like an empty demo, no
Mhm.
melody, no vocal line, and it just comes in the melody comes in my mind, and I record it, and I just start writing in it. But as like a, something that has always been there for me as a, I don't know, inspiration, I can say. Uh, I've been writing songs like from my experiences, from the things that I've tasted, like, from the things that I've seen from other people, from my friends, from my family, things that happen around me.
Right.
I can say this kind of inspirations, yeah.
Okay, which is always good to have inspiration from real life rather than just fabricating something that, you know,
Yeah.
my daughter
Yes,
unfortunately
exactly.
listens to a lot of stuff like that where I'm like, this, what are you even listening to? I don't know what this is.
I mean, if you write about your own experience, you like people are so like they're more motivated to just listen to your tracks. When you write about your own story, when you write about your own experience, it's really better, I think.
Well, see, and that was before we talked. I actually spent the last couple of days. I went and found some videos on YouTube of people that had visited your country, just so I could kind of see, because what I get is just what the media tells me, and I don't see things beyond the news. So I got to see people. There was a guy, I think he was from the UK, who had gone over and went to a lot, and everybody was really nice to him. And it showed me that what we see on the news here is not what the reality is.
Exactly. Yeah. Always remember that. It's not the thing. Like, yeah. I agree with you.
So with new tracks coming, are you eventually going to do any touring?
Doing what?
Touring.
Touring. Oh, I don't know. That's a hard question. Like, I mean, I just have like maybe after I have an album, I do that. We should see like how many fans do I get after that.
Right.
Like, you want to perform for who?
Well, I've seen bands in, huge stadiums, and then, the local bands where there's three people and the sound guy. So, and what is the music scene like where you're at?
No, it's not. I didn't want to say that, but women cannot have shows in England. Boys
Really?
and girls. Yep, that's forbidden.
That is a little disappointing.
Yes, that is. But
Of
we
course.
can. I'm just like, for a while I was like, why? But now I'm just like, it is what it is.
Well, if you can tour outside there, though, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
Outside.
saying.
But it's hard.
Is
It
it?
is money.
Yeah, there is that. And tours, even the little tours are expensive. And, then when
Yes.
you get to I feel sorry for a lot of the bands that have had to cancel their tours midway through or after three shows, especially, there was
Ooh,
a few months
I
ago,
didn't
there
know
was some
that.
band. There was a couple bands I was going to shoot that were here from Europe, and about a week before they got to where I'm at, they had to cancel the tour. And I was thinking it's got to be expensive, not just to do a last minute flight back to where you're at, but
Yeah.
all the stuff that you've brought on the road that you've now got to
Yeah,
ship
exactly.
back to
All just
to
need
Europe.
money. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
All right, so you said you were working on some new stuff. Any time frame on when that's going to be out?
After Christmas for sure. I mean, I remember like a couple of days ago, I just texted Jackson, and he was like, "I'm working on a new track. Don't worry, I'll get you." Yeah, yeah, we're doing things. Don't worry. But it will after Christmas we have new stuff. Yeah, I can say that.
Okay, and so what else are we going to look forward to in 2022 from you?
Um, wow, more tracks. Maybe, maybe an album. Maybe I'm not like saying it for sure. Um, and immigration.
Immigration.
Yep, immigration. That's that's absolutely planned for me.
And where's immigration going to be? Out of curiosity.
I'm planning to go uh Canada.
Okay.
Get an applied from a university, this kind of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Any particular part of Canada?
What?
Anywhere in particular in Canada, or just?
Starting, leaving, you know, this kind of stuff. But mostly like I'm going out because I want to like meet more people in the music industry. You know what I mean? I just
Right.
want to get out of this comfortable zone that I have in Iran.
Well, in Canada, obviously, there's a lot going on, and it's not too far from the U.S., which you've got,
Yeah, I know.
more stuff going on there.
Exactly, yeah.
It seems like, especially in the electronic music, and it's not necessarily like the same type, but Vancouver, BC, there's a lot of electronic artists in that area.
Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you for saying that.
Most of them, it's more like the industrial stuff, like frontline assembly, skinny pup. But there is a pretty big, electronic music scene in that area. At least there was. I don't know how it is these days.
Oh, that's really cool. So I should just check out later. Thank you. Thank you for the
Yep.
information.
And so when you do a full length album, are you going to be working with Jackson on doing something full length, or are you going to do your own stuff, or are we going to be seeing both?
Both. I'm gonna do both because I don't know I've told this to Jackson or not, but he's a great producer. I really like his stuff. Like the talent that he got like in music really gets me. And on the other hand, I really want to do my own stuff. So I told you both of them.
Right. Well, and for the electronic stuff, and I don't know how extensive it's been pushed out there. Japan seems to really be into some of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Japan is really cool in music. Like they have their own stuff. They have their own genre and style in music. It's really special and unique. I really like that.
The thing that surprises me in Japan is how many women there are in metal bands over there.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, there is a ton.
I'm not aware of stuff. Oh my god. I must read more.
In fact, I found there's a lot of metal bands in your country that I
Yeah.
didn't know about.
Yes, there are. Yes, there are. They're so cool. I'm really proud of that.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so what other bands are from over there? I was like, is there any metal bands? And I was like, oh my god, there's like a ton of metal bands over there.
Yeah, there are a lot. Like we're so cool in rapping. I can say that. Like my favorite genre in Iranian songs is rap.
Oh,
For
really?
sure. Yeah.
And that's so I'm gonna have to go look and see if I can find some of that. Oh, I always
Yeah.
like listening to stuff. I ran across it when I
You
was,
can listen to if I want like you can listen to Zed Buzzy. Yeah,
okay,
Zed Buzzy. Yeah, it's a band.
okay,
I really love their songs. You can go and
okay,
have search for that.
okay. I will go search for that then.
Great.
So I don't think I have any other questions, but hopefully we can talk again after you've got more stuff
Yeah, it was really nice
ready.
to meet you. I hope we can see you again.
Okay, yeah, we'll definitely talk again whenever you're gonna head over this way. Let me know if you're close.
Yeah,
Canada's
sure.
Canada's about 8 hours from where I'm at, but I've been meaning to get up to BC at some point. So
Oh, it's night there, right? What
yeah,
time is it?
yeah, it's almost 11.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. It's like 10:30 a.m. here. Can you believe that? It's so cool that we're talking with each other if you think that way.
I don't,
You
well,
know?
I hadn't realized the time difference, and then when the label
Yeah.
said, "Oh, well, can you do it at this time?" I was like, you know what? I'm a gamer, so I'm usually up this
Oh,
late
that's
anyway.
really. I really like that. I really like that. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's no problem. So, all right, well,
Thank
it was
you.
good talking with you, and I'll talk again soon. Okay.
Yep. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself. Thank you so
Okay.
much again for having me.
Oh,
Thank
that's
you,
no
and have a
problem.
great night.
Okay, you too. Oh, Happy New Year.
Oh yeah, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. Have
All
fun in holidays. Don't be worried about COVID. Everything's gonna get
All right, sounds good.
better. Just have fun.
I will. You
Bye.
too. Bye.
Bye.